What's going on, guys? Legendary here, back with another video, and this time Final Fantasy makers of Square Enix reaffirm focus on blockchain games. And of course my boy Young's talked about it, but we're gonna watch a video of his. But I want to talk about these motherfuckers from Square Enix going, which kind of affirms me to believe my suspicions from the get-go when they put out Final Fantasy VII for the first time. Like, people wanted Final Fantasy for like forever, right? They wanted to remake and all that stuff for a while. But then, of course, from Andrew, blockchain games, they talking about this damn thing about, you know, crypto makers remain down and video games enthusiast vocals opinions, potential for NFT gaming, and one major publisher remains focused on Web3 gaming. Square Enix, the creators of the major franchise Final Fantasy Dragon's Quest. And I feel like these companies that do this, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what the hell they're doing. They probably planned it, you know, months ahead or thinking about doing it, and they you know, full throttle with it. Or then, you know, sometimes the backlash sometimes is so severe, they're like, well, we're losing our money and stuff like that, so we gonna stop doing that. But Square Enix said, hey, we might do this, or we looking for potential money. That's why they sold off a lot of their studios in the first place. But now they're going in with these damn NFT games in the future, or multiple blockchain games for original IP. So yeah, they committed to doing this stuff. They are really committed. So, but let's watch Young's take on it, though.
Oh boy, here we go again. Square Enix's CEO is at it again, ladies and gentlemen, talking about a future that he foresees where blockchain and NFTs and Metaverse will be a major part of what gaming will become. Which makes me
they're trying to be the head person in charge of these.
In a New Year's letter for 2022, the CEO of Square Enix released the following letter where he talked about how the Metaverse was a hot topic in 2021.
Yeah.
2021 was dubbed the
spending
Metaverse
money
year.
like crazy.
I don't know of a single person who dubbed 2021 that, but sure, make up your own fantasies.
Right.
The Metaverse will likely see a meaningful transition to
when Elden Ring is out. Oh, the Metaverse is popping off. What?
business phase in 2022 with a wide range of services.
Hey man, hey, God of War is popping off. The Metaverse is popping off too, though. Just somebody in the back of the Metaverse works, man. The Metaverse is working, bro. The Metaverse, man. That God of War, that Elden
Ring. On the scene. Well, that didn't work out, did it? The NFT, crypto, blockchain, metaverse scene was a complete disaster in 2022. So that's about the level of trust you can place on this man when it comes to how big metaverses and blockchain games will become. He insisted back then that I see 2021 not only as metaverse year one, but also as NFTs year one. In 2022, NFTs.
Plus, they think that people are so, I mean, yes, people might be silly and dumb and all that stuff, but you know, people can think with their damn money. Like, would I be able to play an NFT picture or this game right here? Because all of it, you know, doesn't fucking exist. It doesn't. It's like somebody trying to do, hey, this is my picture. All right, let me right click save as, but you gotta pay me. I just did my right click save it as.
Crypto, metaverse related aspects all crashed. Just to really emphasize, NFTs were met with a great deal of enthusiasm in 2021.
And
everyone saw was just a fad that companies are using to
selling that artwork, baby.
How people interact with virtual environments, and just a fad that's rife with crime, with schemes and scams that corporations want to exploit just to add another layer of monetization because they're running out of freaking ideas.
Yeah, like I said, it's like having a picture. You gotta pay me for this poster picture, but it's a poster picture of the game. No, you gotta pay me. You gotta pay me for this picture I put out. What? I have to pay you for a picture you put out, and you want us to pay it. Yeah, y'all gamers, right? Yeah, you gotta pay this. You gotta pay this. You like this Final Fantasy? You better pay it. I ain't buy the game though. You gotta pay me.
expresses
NFT
dreams
music.
of how blockchain games one day will enable self-sustaining game growth, because the
Self-sustaining,
play-to-earn
quote
concept
unquote.
is one that has people so excited. It has scammers
Yeah,
excited.
yeah,
People
exactly.
just want to play games
So
and escape
excited.
to a world and not have to worry about real-life elements, and just want a great story with great gameplay, with great interactive elements presented
Yeah,
to
tell
them
'em, yo.
that the unique medium that is video games allow. They're not excited about this crap. They're dreading the normalization of metaverses and blockchains and NFTs and crypto and all this crap. And then he discussed people who play games to have fun as if that were an alternative form of gaming, when it's the whole.
That's the whole fucking point of gaming. I want to go in a medieval game, slice some heads off, cut somebody up, do something, and go back do what I was going to do today, or do it tomorrow. You play games to have fun in the first place. And your game's not fun, your game is trash. If your game's not fun, if it don't make sense and it's not fun, it don't make dollars. That's usually, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars, you know?
Point of gaming, to be entertained, to be
Yes.
immersed. And he low-key scoffed at the notion of people being.
Yeah, we just go to the movie theaters, you know, not to watch the movie, man. We just here to sit in the comfy seats and just sit down and relax and chill. Don't watch nothing. Just go into the movie theater with a bunch of random people we don't know and just sit back. Listen to the sound of quietness. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Good
Motivated
old
strictly by
seats.
such inconsistent personal feelings as goodwill and volunteer
What?
spirit when it comes to making content for games. When people do things passionately, you can really tell
Yes.
the quality is there, the passion
Detail
is felt.
sometimes.
Whereas when play to earn and how much you can grift people becomes the whole point, then
Yeah, play to earn.
the
Oh my
creativity
God.
is thrown out the window, and it's about
Play
how
to
to creatively
earn.
scam people,
Wow.
not how to passionately create content. That's just riveting. In the months to follow,
These guys also just want to make a casino. That's all they want to do. I mean, some games even got casinos in their games, of course, because that's literally the whole point of some of these damn developers, not developers, but these damn publishers sometimes. And you want more money, and it's just so stupid. It really is. It's like, okay, you want a casino, just make a goddamn casino. You know?
would hear about how Square Enix wants
people
to
just give you
develop
straight money.
story-focused NFTs and crypto-based games. And alongside that, Square Enix did say that they don't plan to make Final Fantasy NFT games soon,
Yep.
but they certainly didn't say never,
Never,
which means
yep.
that the major IPs that we love from Square Enix, we can
It's gonna
expect
be
those
that,
to
yep.
make some kind of NFT transition.
Like I said, they should just turn around and build a goddamn casino and call it a day. That's all they should do. Just build a goddamn casino, call it a day, and do what Konami does. And yeah, you're a little off-brand bull mess.
Down the line. Fast forward to November of 2022, and this whole story-based NFTs would come to life in the form of Symbiogenesis, NFT collectible art project Symbiogenesis. Untangle the story. Spring of 2023 is when this is meant
Yeah,
to launch.
probably March
People
and
are
April.
disappointed by how this
May.
name seemed to imply that this project might be related to Parasite Eve, but instead it was this crap. And looking down here, you can see that this NFT project gained very little traction, and it got racial growth and retweets and comments, and news like these cropped up everywhere. Square Enix hugging NFTs while Parasite Eve fans
Yep.
wallow in their misery and sadness because Square Enix refuses to do that IP that
Yep.
has so much potential justice. And also,
Because they think it's not gonna make money, and they'll focus on just making random money, generate just money. Like I just said, build a casino, do what you got to do. Stop acting like you're a game company, or you trying to do this little. Oh, we want to do it for the fans, but you're just gonna sell off our studios here and there to get our money back. You know, make our money back. So we lost a lot of money doing Avengers and all that other crap. Yeah,
continues to
half-assing.
insist that NFTs are the future of gaming,
Yeah.
viewing the whole concept of playing games for fun as antiquated, apparently. If
Yeah.
you want further details on Symbiogenesis, here's an article from Video Games Chronicle titled Square Enix has
That's
announced
literally why Elden Ring and like God of War games like that, like the mythology of certain stories of games, The Witcher, Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok, even like, you know, even like maybe even like Stray, you know, you play as a cat, like you trying to get immersed in this story and see what it's about, you know, that's gaming. But these motherfuckers like, man, we hate fun, man. We just want to get that money.
NFT
Just gotta
collectible
get
art
that booty.
experience, the first digital collectible art project designed from the ground up for Web3 fans, an interactive story and a dedicated community, so on and so forth. And once again, they emphasize that it's still too early to consider making Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy blockchain
It's too
games,
early.
but they've certainly not ruled it out. They're just biding their time.
Too early. Yeah, they just waiting.
NFTs are more normalized.
Yep, that's what they're waiting for.
They know the shitstorm that they'll have to face.
Yes, they will.
When these beloved IPs get an NFT treatment, an NFT.
I'm just waiting for them to make a damn coin. just have like a coin, and you're just like, hey, you pay for this coin, because that's you know it's gonna be coming. At the NFT stuff, that they had that backlash. I'm pretty sure like this year will be the main one they try to do that on. Like this year or next year, they be the main one. Like, oh yeah, NFT coin, the Final Fantasy this.
Sacrilege.
Bet you money that would have been the case.
Brings us to the latest development.
Yeah, it might be the case this year too. You never know.
Happy New Year, by the way. I wish I had better news to share in my first video of 2023, but you know,
that's what happens.
The CEO of Square Enix with yet another New Year letter that further emphasizes how he plans to double down and triple down on NFTs, blockchain games, on metaverses, so on and so forth. Here's an article from
like I said, they planned this out in advance. They knew what they was doing. That's why I saw all they damn
New Year letter for 2023 mentions blockchain 14 times. Square Enix's blockchain and NFT plans are only becoming bigger. So here's a New Year letter in question, literally the exact same format with the same headline.
Yeah, I saw something like this too.
New Year's letter from the president. This was published.
I was going to get to that. I was like, you know what? Young probably would do this before I get to it.
By talking about the current economic situation of how inflation has soared in 2022, mentioned semiconductor shortages and various disruptive elements throughout the world that has just had a negative impact on the economy internationally across the globe. They talk about certain major developments within the company, like how they sold 3 major studios, Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal, to Embracer, which opens up the possibility of many IPs that have gone dormant or mistreated to seeing some kind of resurgence. Fingers crossed, we'll see what happens on that front. But after all of that fluff, the letter goes into extensive details about Square Enix's president's views on the current state of blockchain, crypto, NFTs, and metaverses. In terms of new business domains, we have 3 focus investment fields. Among those, we are most focused on blockchain entertainment, to which we have devoted aggressive investment in business development efforts. It's not just some side venture for them. This is basically going to be the main thing they want to focus on top of, you know, their usual game endeavors like, you know, Final Fantasy 14, which has proven to be widely successful. Final Fantasy,
which is, I think, why in the first place they started that whole thing up for the fans, because they did this like an E3, around 2010s or whatever. They E3, and that game took freaking so many 15 years and stuff, all that, and just took 2 years of like development time to make this game, and then we put it out, and you know, of course, Final Fantasy becomes a big hit. But these guys was planning that stuff in the back of the scene. They was playing stuff like this.
They have Yoshi P, because if it wasn't for him, there'd be nothing to be excited for. The future of Square Enix would look really glum, because of just the overemphasis on this field that no gamer really wants to see normalized, because they understand the level to which companies exploit new monetization systems.
Exactly.
Transactions and loot boxes, and now they want to add NFTs on top of that, which we know isn't for the sake of enhancing the gameplay experience or for the user experience. It's about corporate interests. It's about pleasing investors. It's about new avenues of monetizing players and raking in more profits, because they have to keep growing the company. They can't see those numbers, those profits, those revenues flatten and plateau. The expectation is infinite growth, and this is yet another part of that kind of unsustainable mindset. Infinite growth doesn't exist. The president then lies about how blockchain has gained significant recognition.
They trying to go back to, they thinking some goddamn like you're a robot, that you're gonna have money. Nah, it ain't gonna work like that, bro.
As a field in 2022, recognition, I guess, if you're talking about the ridicule it's faced and the amount of scams that have been exposed, and all the news and headlines surrounding the scams and crypto heists and all the money that people have lost, and how NFTs and crypto have crashed throughout 2022, and how Meta has lost billions of dollars both in their war chest because of how much money, the billions of dollars they've poured into metaverse endeavors that have not.
Yeah, because like, what did he say? He was like, Zuckerberg was like spending like $1 million a month or something like that. That was freaking ridiculous. Like 3 months was like $1 million plus.
In this
it was
concept
stupid.
of the metaverse that is just not compelling or not practical or doesn't really add any value to users, because it's just all a big fad in the current state of how that stuff's being presented, then sure, it's gained recognition, I guess. Now this is hilarious. Evidence by Web3 becoming a firmly established buzzword among business people.
Yep.
Here's the thing, you business people, the whole point of a successful business is you have to convince people, the masses, that they want the product that you're presenting. And if this buzzword is something that's only becoming established among business people, then you're doing it wrong. The masses don't want this shit, are not interested in this crap. If this buzzword isn't gaining traction among the masses, and we have seen the trend of the buzzword of Metaverse, NFTs, and all these things trending downwards throughout 2022, then guess what? It doesn't matter how much these concepts are buzzing when it comes to business people. You guys are just this little bubble, part of this echo chamber that's in for a rude awakening if this is the level of mindset that you're going to engage in, and this is a level of tone deafness.
Which is why I think a lot of indie devs are popping off too, like Hades and stuff like that, like these small little indie developers and publishers. Because you don't have to have publishers pretty much no more. You don't have to have like the Square Enix and the big Ubisoft companies to do your stuff. You can get your company, start small, do some like Bungie type stuff, start small and then build yourself up. And then, you don't have to have the backing of a big publisher like Sony or Xbox, but it can help you. But you can be independent for the majority of the time. But I'm pretty sure most people wants to get that big bag, of course. But this NFT stuff is not the way, though.
Blockchain, crypto, NFTs, and metaverses are to the masses currently with what's being presented right now. Your awful concepts.
Your focus has to be about the game.
Practical, and clearly aim to just monetize people and control people more and gain their information more. And that is very much a part of an environment that is a wild, wild west right now that's unregulated, rife with crimes, scams, schemes, theft.
And that's what it's going to be for the most part. It's going to be that way until we get like regulation for that to work and know what, who's stealing this and who's stealing that, who's taking this from who, all that stuff. But since it's Wild Wild West, anybody can do anything. I'm going to show you a picture of a water bottle. It's $2 million. Go ahead. Bid. What? That's how stuff is.
Financial crashes.
This is some.
You name it. I mean, currently there's a whole situation with FTX.
You're better off on OnlyFans than doing this NFT shit.
Having recently gotten arrested for fraud and essentially now being taken through court proceedings. Tons of people lost money from this, and this whole crypto scene is just a mess right now. Recently, there was this report about a Minecraft crypto empire that came crashing down.
They built a Minecraft empire, then when it all came crashing down, kids in that. Oh my God.
Kids in the Philippines were earning hundreds of dollars from a play-to-earn Minecraft game until new rules sent the community into a tailspin. New rules referring to Minecraft, or the Minecraft developers Mojang, banning NFT-related activity. You can see plenty of embarrassing headlines for crypto, NFTs, and metaverses on my channel. Looking for metaverses, you'll find headlines like how Meta's value has plunged by $700 billion. Metaverse fails to
I got that on my channel too.
And it's being called a train wreck by analysts. You can see right here all the mockery that Metaverse has received, especially where Mark Zuckerberg's avatar endeavors are concerned when it comes to his Metaverse and how ugly.
Yeah, he made a big fuss about this. Metaverse is a brand new IP. It's nothing you've never seen before. And then all you do is type in Steam, VChat, and look, it's better.
They look, and how he's desperately trying to save
VR chat,
trying to show people Meta avatars are gonna look better down the line, trust me. But what he's presented, the better versions of avatars he's presented, still look uncanny and not something I'd want to interact with for the long term. Here's a headline.
It looks like a down version of The Sims. It looks like a downgrade version of The Sims.
Active user numbers. It's this failing Metaverse among many others that have tried to make this a normalized thing, but users are just not interested. If Meta, a multi-billion-dollar company, can't convince the masses to partake en masse in the Metaverse, guess what? Smaller startups are not really going to be able to do it either. Even employees within Meta are struggling to find reasons to use the Metaverse, so they have to be begged and forced to use it. When your own employees who are making this stuff aren't seeing the point of the metaverse, then how do you expect the masses to see the point?
And plus, he lost billions, man. He didn't lose $1 million. He didn't lose like $1,000. He lost fucking billions and billions.
Whole embarrassing situation with the Metaverse console called Polium 1. It not only copied the GameCube logo, but it also copied the console design of other existing products, which further highlights just how common theft is in the realm of NFTs and crypto Metaverse. More recently, we heard news of how John Carmack, who is the co-founder of id Software, more recently...
Again, it's literally like somebody... It's almost like doing this video almost, but just word for word, not explaining nothing, or better yet, just like... Not even just, you copy, you take this video, you take a picture of it, and then you sell it. Just take a picture of like, Young right here, this picture right here, and then you sell it to somebody. Like what? The picture doesn't move, it's not a GIF, nope. Just random square box of Young right here in Metaverse. It can be so stupid, man. It really can be.
Sort of a VR pioneer, he himself got fed up with Meta. He was working closely with Meta on Metaverse elements, and he quit because of poor leadership, just the lack of a cohesive and practical vision, just straight up dunked on Meta and the way they've been handling all of this before he said, sayonara, I'm out, I can't do this anymore. Right. And when we did start to hear that NFT sales and interest surrounding NFTs, crypto, Metaverse, and all this stuff started to just take a nosedive, the internet celebrated.
Yes.
People are happy that this crap is not gaining any traction and want it to stay that way.
Yeah, it should be that way.
Specifically go. There's the whole Seth Green situation where he got scammed, and so his NFT got stolen, an NFT that he wanted to make a show out of, so he lost the rights, so he essentially had to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get it back from the user who bought that NFT, not knowing that it was stolen. We've seen game developers go out of their way to trash NFTs, Web3, and all this crap. Here's a developer who pissed off sponsors of Brazil Games Festival with a surprise anti-NFT presentation. As far as crypto games are concerned, we've seen a number of them crash and burn. Crypto game Untamed Dollars crashes and burns, won't give refunds to backers after losing all of its money. This was essentially crowdfunded initially, and the crowdfunding campaign essentially put it in fine print that this game would heavily utilize crypto and NFTs, and when people found out, they were none too happy about it, and this game eventually fell apart like a house of cards. We've seen NFT games engage in exploitation. Axie Infinity here, for example, exploited Filipinos in poverty and put them in debt. That's a whole story worth checking out. That's on top of the fact that Axie Infinity was victim to one of the biggest crypto highs ever. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency and NFTs were stolen. And these crypto and NFTs
and taken, so your money is washed away like it was nothing.
2022.
It was a
Here's a video from 7 months ago. NFTs get more embarrassing, more mass NFT thefts by hackers reported amidst market collapse. Bored Ape Yacht Club was victim to that, and here's the headline for Axie Infinity and how it got $620 million worth of crypto and NFTs stolen. You get the idea. It's been a terrible year for crypto, NFTs, for metaverses. So for Square Enix's CEO to come out here and act like blockchain has gained positive recognition, I mean, it's,
and like I said, you have to regulate this stuff in order for this stuff to work. This stuff is just like I said, wild, wild west. You're not going to get your money's worth at all. You might rush into getting money, but guess what? You're going to get a lot taken from it. That shit's going to be taken from you.
Frankly, just
in the process, because you ain't the main person that does it.
He does admit here that this has been a year of volatility in the cryptocurrency and NFT markets. The latter half of the year in particular produced a somber string of news stories with blockchain connections, including the scandalous bankruptcy filing of FTX in November. Just calling it a scandalous bankruptcy filing completely dilutes the severity of this situation and how much it highlights the kind of wild, wild west environment, the kind of scam-ridden environment that the crypto, NFT, blockchain, metaverse space is. The statement continues, we hear rumblings from some countries of early moves to regulate such businesses more strictly. In Japan, meanwhile, the drive to encourage such businesses has gained momentum, led by the government. In June of 2022, the Japanese cabinet signed off on a plan called the Priority Policy Program for Realizing a Digital Society, which includes wording regarding the creation of an environment for promoting the Web 3.0 concept. Wow, talk about a dystopian title. The Priority Policy Program for Realizing a Digital Society. You might as well say the S3 plan from Metal Gear Solid 2, including the use of NFTs based on blockchain technology. Japan's digital agency also launched a Web 3.0 study group. Just because the government is going in a misguided direction doesn't mean that you, as an entity and company that's supposed to bring joy to people through your video games, should also be heading in that direction. The letter then tries to present the volatility surrounding blockchain and crypto as a positive, following the excitement and exhilaration that's
like when they did Metal Gear Solid 2 story, and what Kojima was talking about, they like, you know what? Let's put that utopia, let's put that out there in reality. Yeah, let's do that.
NFTs
like what?
In the Metaverse in 2021.
You want to stop that from doing that?
No. 2022 was a year of great volatility in the blockchain-related space. However, if this proves to have been a step in a process that leads to the creation of rules and a more transparent business environment, it will definitely have been for the good of the growth of blockchain entertainment. Thank you for your sacrifice, everyone who got scammed, and thank you, scammers, for doing us a favor, because we're moving in a positive direction with all this. Now, I do agree that it's a positive thing that we are starting to see more governments engaging in regulations for this kind of crap because of just the mass scams.
It's just literally just the so-called quote-unquote open market, but NFTs and all this stuff, the new version of it, it's literally the same damn thing. It just
with this environment.
Digital.
But what the CEO here expects is that the rules and regulations will allow for blockchain entertainment to grow. And while I don't know what the future holds, and while I don't know if there is a version of blockchain or metaverse that's actually practical and useful and contributes positively to society, everything we've seen thus far has all just been corporations wanting to find new ways to monetize, new ways to extract.
Also, this is digital stuff. You know, people want actual freaking like chairs, computers,
control. It's all about
laptops,
self-sustained economies,
you know,
and creating economies within economies in a virtual environment. That's not blockchain entertainment. That's blockchain exploitation. That's all we've been seeing from this environment. It is a landscape that thrives on exploitation and nothing that's presented about the whole play-to-earn concept and whatever the hell Symbiogenesis is doing and whatever the hell Meta is doing with their metaverse and all these other companies. None of it has proven to be something that added to our gameplay experience.
Not at all.
That has introduced new features
it's digital.
Never possible before. It's all just buzzwords.
It's like taking a picture of a.
It tries to present.
Like taking a picture of a credit card.
New thing.
Like taking a picture of a credit card and say, "Yeah, this is an NFT. I'm selling it for $150." Then somebody like, "I'm buying for $2 million." Actual money in currency that you put money in into the
surface, it's rotten at its core.
and stuff.
CEO Yosuke Masuda then brings up last year's New Year's letter and how he said back then, if we consider traditional gaming to have been centralized, then blockchain gaming must operate based on a self-sustaining, decentralized model. It is that concept, that philosophy that I see to be key. He then continues to insist that buzz surrounding blockchain continues to gain traction. Multiple blockchain gaming events held overseas recently produced more active discussion than ever before. There's more discussion than ever before about how this current blockchain environment and the blockchain products that were being presented completely suck. Sure, I'll give you that. Now it's admitted here that the current market of blockchain was driven more by speculative investors and by gamers through 2021. Again, gamers want nothing to do with this crap. We just want to be entertained and immersed and get as far away from our real life troubles.
Have fun.
We don't want real-life financial elements to seep into our games. He admits that the main premise is that
what about you go into a game right now, play one of your favorite games, and right before you pause it, right when you pause it, a screen comes up, and they say you have to put money in because you paused the game. You have to put actual money. You can't play the rest of your game. You be pissed the hell off. you be. People, and then after you unpause it or whatever, right? Or you start a game, and they're asking for more money. You paid money, they'll ask you for more money. It's kind of like a what I would say, like a battle pass system. Like, oh, you gotta pay this. You gotta keep going up, and once you level up to another level, guess what? You gotta pay real money again. Like, oh, I'm level 2 now. More money.
Blockchain and NFT should result in monetization, which is 100% what this corporation is seeking. But here he pretends like, oh no, we're trying to make something that will excite customers and gamers. It's about doing them a favor. In the wake of the aforementioned turbulence in the cryptocurrency industry, there is now a trend to view
That's all it
blockchain
is. That's all
technology
this
as a mere
stuff
means to
is.
an end, and to discuss what needs to happen to achieve the end of delivering new experiences and excitement to customers. You say you want to deliver excitement to customers, and yet anytime any company or person is asked what about this is actually beneficial and exciting to customers, they'll provide reasons that are just completely invalid. They'll say, oh, check out these new features that you can do with NFTs, where people go, you can do that without NFTs.
Yes.
Or they'll go, oh, you just don't get it yet, but you'll see one day. They aren't able to provide a tangible explanation. But Square Enix's CEO doesn't really seem to give a crap, because he's going to triple down on new NFT blockchain
They all about
projects.
that
Our group has
money.
multiple blockchain games based on original IPs under
They just hear
development,
money. That's
some
all
of
they
which
hear.
we announced last year,
They just hear money.
referring to frickin' Symbiogenesis. And unfortunately, Square Enix's
But he's
CEO
stuck in the
confirms
box.
here in this letter that he plans to unveil more blockchain games throughout this year. So Square Enix's push and pursuit for blockchain-based, NFT-based games will only escalate this year. We hope that blockchain games will transition to a new stage of growth in 2023. Said no one who values gaming's true merits ever. It is encouraging to see that among the masses, nobody really seems to know as of yet what NFTs and blockchains are, or don't really understand the benefits surrounding them. Same thing with Metaverse. It's encouraging to see that on social media, projects like Symbiogenesis gain so little traction and so much ridicule and get ratioed so hard. And it's important to highlight that every time Square Enix has tried to get greedy with their endeavors, Marvel's Avengers being turned into a live service instead of being made into a proper campaign.
And that's what they kind of want with the games. They want games like that live service model. They see that live service model, and they keep seeing that money rotates, because they see like Epic Games and how they do with the battle pass and how they keep putting out content. But that's the whole point. You have to put out good content. And most people with these contents, and they messed up. That's how they messed up Marvel's Adventures, because they saw that, and you could upgrade the Hulk, but you don't see no armor plates or nothing. He just gets upgraded, and you just it's so stupid. That's how they kind of wanted to do.
Which so was another live service that they had Platinum Games make. Both of these were utter failures. So far, it's looking more likely than not that Square Enix will not succeed in their attempts to normalize blockchain games and
you gotta put out good content,
seep those into gaming, and make those standard moving forward. It seems like this is just something that's going to flop hard, and hopefully that's what ends up happening. They'll have to reverse course and go back to what they're actually good at. When they actually focus on the games that they're really good at making.
They want to be like Konami. That's all they want to do. Like I said,
there are a number of Square Enix projects, past, present, and future, that deserve commendation. But all of that seems like it's at stake. In this New Year's letter, there's so little expression of excitement for those kinds of projects, and instead, half the letter is spent hyping up NFTs, blockchain games, Metaverse, and all this crap, which goes to highlight where the CEO's priorities lie. This is where he's steering the ship. So yeah, it should come as no surprise that many people, myself included, just have a really bad feeling about the future of Square Enix and what the future holds for all of their major beloved IPs.
Like I said, I would not be surprised if I start seeing some coins or like a picture frame for a digital good online, talking about some NFT this for Square Enix, go on our site, buy this for this limited time edition. I would not be surprised for that BS from Square Enix. I would not be surprised.
So I suppose only time will tell how all of this will pan out. Hopefully,
but
people will speak with their wallets and not indulge this crap, so that Square Enix will start being more excited and focus more on the things that they can do right, the things that do have a genuine positive impact, the games and IPs that are beloved, that don't deserve to be butchered by shitty NFT, blockchain, metaverse endeavors. But that's just one man's take. Let me know in the comments below what your...
There you go, chat. There you freaking go. Another one of NFT craziness. All right, man. Final Fantasy doubling down. Welcome to Square of Squares Enix. Legendary out.